Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Homeschool podcast. Homeschool.
The homeschool podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to do that at all. Welcome back to Homeschooled Podcast. I hope that you guys are all doing good out there. More than ever, I know that you guys have a lot of options for podcasts, especially online streamers and live streamers and everybody using their resources of social media and podcasting more than ever to reach you since comedy clubs are closed and a lot of places are closed. But most importantly, out of all of that, it means a lot to us here that you chose us for your listening pleasures, and we're going to keep doing our best to come back and giving you these episodes as we usually do during this downtime, if you will. Also, it's been a little difficult getting guests in here. Some people don't want to be that close. We're supposed to do a 6 feet radius, but you know what? It's not going to stop me. I still have great guests calling in, and that's what we're going to do. So today I have Jimmy Shubert calling in, but once again, I hope all of you are doing extremely well and staying healthy and taking care of each other. And so the hilarious Jimmy Shubert is going to, just a great dude, other than being hilarious, multi-talented, just a natural-born entertainer, and one of my closest friends in comedy is going to be calling in just a second. But before we begin, just a couple announcements. My tour dates are kind of iffy right now. Everybody's canceled my gigs. I was supposed to come to Vegas. I was supposed to come to Portland, Seattle, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I had some stuff in the books, and they all didn't even make it to the website calendar because of this whole thing happening. They all got postponed. So hopefully, we'll have those back up and new dates out soon. And besides that, head over to homeschoolpod.com to keep current on the dates and everything about Homeschool Podcast, including like the links to YouTube and how to subscribe there. We really need to get our YouTube going, so if you can go there and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Also, this episode is brought to you by something very important that we need right now, Masterclass. Okay, now's the time, you guys, okay? There's no school. There's no work. A lot of you guys are working from home. A lot of you guys are probably bored out of your mind. I think this is a perfect time to pursue something that you've always wanted to further yourself in, or, to learn more about. Or maybe it's a passion of yours that you want to get started in and you've always want to take like a basics class or something like that. Masterclass is never been more important than right now, you guys. How convenient that you can take a class from the comfort of your own home on your schedule and on your budget. Come on, that's what Masterclass is here for. And now it's time to do it. It's time to pull that plug, you guys. So click the link in the description, or better yet, go to homeschoolpod.com, click on sponsors, and you'll see the link there too, as well as the link for all of our sponsors, including who this episode is brought to you by, which is Personal Chef To Go. That's right, they're still our sponsors. They're still around. They haven't gone nowhere. I just don't announce them that much, but if you go to the website, homeschoolpod.com, you still can click on Personal Chef To Go, and what they specialize in is already prepped meals, prepackaged individual meals, and you can do for the week, you can do for the month, you can try it for a week and see how you like it. And listen, sometimes where it's hard to get meals and stuff like that, it's hard to get food from the grocery stores right now, this might be a good option just to get those meals delivered to your door. And so you have your own personal chef that sends you the menu. You choose your meals for the week. And listen, they're prepackaged meals. You can freeze them and, save them for backup food or something. You can, or just like weekly food to eat. And that's another important one, I think, right now. So there you go. You got two. This episode is brought to you by Masterclass and Personal Chef To Go. You can find the links in the description and also by going to homeschoolpod.com and click on sponsors. You can also click on merch and get our Homeschool Podcast t-shirt. The current Homeschool Podcast logo that's up there is the ex-president's logo. It's a limited edition. It will be taken down when we hit episode 300. So if you have been listening since episode 200 through eventually we'll get 299, then you should grab one of these shirts, because then we're going to know you're an OG listener, okay? That you need this logo, because on episode 300 comes out, we're going to have a new t-shirt for you guys, all right? Got some stuff in the works, and I'll keep you guys posted. But for now, let's give a call to Jimmy Shubert. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. My name is Augustino Zoida. My co-host Kevin Lyons is not here. We're trying to, as much as possible, not have so many people together. And but our guest is Jimmy Shubert, and I'm about to give him a call right now.
Hello.
What's up, Jimmy?
Augustino.
How you doing, man?
What's good, brother? How you doing? How you holding up? What's going on with you?
Bro, you know what? I can't complain. I mean, we can complain about a lot of things if we wanted to, but I'm staying positive, bro. I'm healthy. What more do you want?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. It's a great, no, it's like, I mean, I get so busy, but I was coming to the end of I had a couple weeks off anyway, and there's a ton of things I wanted to do. I want to read a couple books. I got a couple movies that I want to see. I watched The Warriors last night. I watched The Outlaw Josie Wales.
I saw you.
I'm watching the Book of Eli right now. Getting ready to make it through. Just in case I have to become Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli and make it through life after there's nothing left, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good time to binge on some old movies, right?
Great time to binge on some old movies and stay positive, keep yourself in shape, and do all the stuff that you've been meaning to do. Like, finally get around, like, getting rid of some junk. It's funny because I had this box of wires, and I was going, I don't need, and I go, wait a minute, just in case, what if the internet gets shut off?
Yeah.
What if some of these old connections come back? I made this box of wires to negotiate in a pawn shop of the future. What is that? Sorry, connector. I haven't seen one of those since the early '80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's this? Oh, that's an Ethernet cable.
Yes.
Man, people made fun of me for having a VCR, but you know what, dude? During a time like this, let's say the internet goes out or something, you know what, man? I got my VCR, and I got a bunch of really old, cool movies on VHS I've been watching.
I have an old TV that has the DVD and the VHS in it.
Oh, that's
great.
It's
a smaller TV, but I love it because you can play. It plays these.
Yeah, man. Like, that stuff never gets old. I mean, yeah, sure, it's old, but it's timed. But
yeah, but I have a bunch of my old acting reels on these VCR tapes.
Oh, really?
And I was going, I can get rid of those. Nobody's gonna. Well, who knows? Maybe when show business goes down, maybe those VHS acting reels will come back in. We don't take digital submissions anymore. We only go by VHS tape. Strange times.
We might get there, dude.
We're living in. Well, you know what the funny thing is? It's just, some people are prepared, more prepared than others, and some people are ill-prepared for this crisis. And I don't know that anybody's really fully prepared. I mean, unless you're sitting on millions of dollars. But and even then, I mean, a lot of these people are going to lose tons of money because of the stock market. So
yep.
We're in a strange time, and I think if people would just stay at home and stop. Like, these idiots in Florida, these kids, that 5 kids tested positive today. So they're going to go home and talk with their parents. Their parents are going to get sick. The parents are going to talk to the grandparents. They're going to get sick.
Yeah.
And you're going to kill your whole family. And because you had to get down to spring break and party, man.
I saw those videos, dude.
I mean, if people would just stay at home and this thing could get contained and we could get back to our lives in about 3 to 4 weeks, that would be great. But, people, look, a person is intelligent, but people as a group are stupid.
Yeah.
You're going to find all these dead bodies and go, oh, look, at least they all had clean assholes. You know what I mean? At least, their underwear didn't look like a high school parking lot with a bunch of skid marks in it. They all had toilet paper. They all, they all had, it's just, it's just strange times. We're well prepared, and certainly now you see what you're seeing now is the Democratic Party committing suicide. They're going to be done. There's no way I mean, most people are probably going to vote straight Republican. But certainly, I'm not. I don't mean to make this political, but certainly they seem like the adults in the room at the moment.
I think that
we're in the middle of.
Don't you think that a lot of people are gonna? I mean, I don't know, people that are just not really like aware of how things work or what's going on. I feel like also a lot of people are gonna confuse it and they're gonna vote Democrat or they're gonna vote anything against Trump. I think that a lot of people.
Well, if you vote Democrat,
I think if you don't pay attention, you're gonna just put this all in Trump and be like, well, we didn't have these problems under any other president.
I got news for you. More people are paying attention than you think, especially now.
Yeah.
More people are paying attention than you think. Yeah. If a person voting Democrat, that's like a chicken voting for Colonel Sanders. You know what I mean? You're gonna get 11 herbs and spices. You're gonna wind up in a box to go with a dinner roll. I mean, it's just, dude, let me tell you something. They may flip California red, and I'll tell you why I say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because I have a friend of mine who these guys live in $1 million homes.
Someone else told me that too, by the way.
In the Hollywood Hills, and it's all homeless people. Look, you look at Pelosi's district. Look at Schiff's district, filled with homeless people. This is like this is like a test run for socialism. How do you like it? How do you like waiting in line outside the grocery store for toilet paper?
Yeah.
How does that? Do you like that? Does that feel good? It doesn't feel good. I'm telling you, Trump didn't start this virus. It was started in a lab right near that wet market down in Wuhan, China. There's about 400 yards from the market, and whether they released it on purpose or whether it got away from them accidentally, it's biological warfare. You're in the middle of a war here. That's what it is. And if you're not paying attention, you're a fucking moron. You believe me, this could go one of two ways. People could stay the fuck home and stop the spread of this pandemic, or they can go out and infect everybody. And in 18 months, there won't be any country left. People have taken so many things for granted in their lives. You've taken all this for granted. You live a very privileged life. And you're bitching about capitalism. You're bitching about America. You're about to find out what the fuck it's like. You're about to see what it really is fucking like. And I'm telling you, man, if you're not fucking prepared, you're going to be, I feel sorry for you. The fact that you've taken all this just everything. People have taken a lot of stuff for granted, probably.
What do you think, what do you mean by not prepared? Like, if you're not prepared, what do you mean by that?
Well, dude, people thought preppers were fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Now preppers look like fucking geniuses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they look like fucking geniuses. What happens? God forbid this gets fucking really out of hand and all the doctors and nurses start dying.
Yeah.
From the fucking virus. What then? Augustino, what then? What happens then? Then there's nobody with any knowledge to fight the fucking virus.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if all the people that take care of the sick people get sick? Do people think about any of that shit?
I mean, that's a huge possibility.
So if you're not prepared and if you're not paying attention, if you are paying attention, then you're going, this could fucking happen. And this is us in a weakened state, and some of these other countries could make a fucking, a strike against our country. They fucking test us in the middle of a fucking virus.
Right.
I mean, believe me, there's a lot of possibilities. A lot of things could fucking happen here. And if you're not paying attention, I feel sorry for you. I mean, you people are bitching about the stupidest fucking things in this world. And dude, I'm telling you, when you get right down to it, people are going to sit there, in fucking 6 months, we could be eating out of fucking tuna out of a fucking can.
Yeah.
And we could all be fucking homeless because, nobody could fight. You know what I mean? You think people are going to go, oh, yeah, I get it. Here's the magic phrase. And everybody needs to notice when you call your bill collectors, when you call your fucking landlord, you have to say, my fucking income was affected by the COVID-19 virus.
Absolutely.
They're not going to coach you to say that, but you need to say that. If you're calling for benefits or anything, dude, this has crippled our industry, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of people that I know are fucking, some are prepared, some are not financially. Some can ride it out for a couple months, some can't. It's going to be interesting. Now all the people with the day job look like fucking geniuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, it's
Dude, just when Louis C.K. was making a comeback.
yeah. Well, bro, I'm telling you, a lot of people taking a lot of things for granted, and I think if people are smart, they'll fucking take some time to reflect on how far we've gotten, you know, and how far we've come, and how blessed you are to live in a country like America. I'm a comedian, bro. I travel the world. You know, it's funny. I was just in, you know, I went to India earlier in the year with Russell Peters.
Right.
And it turns out Russell Peters may have saved my life in the long run.
Why?
Because from what I'm reading, well, because if you get the virus, and a guy like me probably wouldn't survive. I'm an older guy, you know. But the combination of Z-Pack with the malaria medication has been having some really solid effects on people. The hydrochloride with, they say a combination of the Z-Pack and the malaria medication. And you know what, bro? I actually have both sitting in my cabinet right now. I got a Z-Pack with malaria medication.
Is that what is that what they make you get when you're going to travel overseas?
Yeah, because we were getting ready to go to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to Nigeria, you have to take the malaria medication, but that tour date fell out. So I still have the malaria medication.
Wow.
And I still have a Z-Pack, which I didn't need. But it's supposed to greatly reduce the time you have the virus, like cuts it in like a third. I don't know. There's still a lot of stuff they don't know about the virus.
Right.
They know that it affects people with type A blood much more severely. People with type O blood seem to be a little more resistant to it. I'm not saying you can't get it. It just seems to be a little more resistance to it. So it's based on blood type, because they said it only affects the elderly, but it only affected the elderly in Italy because they only had so many respirators. They had to make decisions. And so the people that were 80 didn't get on the fucking the respirators when they needed them. So they all died.
So sad, yeah.
You know? And that's socialized medicine. They're your people, bro. And I got news for you. When we come out on the other side of this, and we certainly will come out on the other side of this, I'm telling you something, bro. Nobody is going to do business with fucking China.
Yeah.
Nobody. Because I'm telling you, by the time this is all said and done, some of these countries are going to lose a lot of people. I mean, Iran has lost a lot of people. Italy's lost a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose a lot of people. We're going to handle on this thing. I mean, you can't blame fucking Trump, bro. We were in the middle of a great economy, lowest fucking unemployment numbers going, and we'll get back there eventually. So, you know, I mean, when's the last time we had a pandemic? It's fucking 1918 during the Spanish flu. Oh, I'm sorry, that flu. They called it the Spanish flu, German measles. This is the Chinese virus. This is the Chinese Wuhan virus. Say it. Say it. It's the Chinese virus. And so, yeah, it's going to be...
that video is hilarious, by the way.
Interesting.
Did you see that video of him? When one of the reporters asked him, why does he keep calling it the Chinese virus? Is it because he's racist? And he's just no, because it comes from China. The way he said it was just so funny.
Dude, when she's on a respirator with 30% lung function, she can talk about that. Huh? She can bring it up when she's on a respirator with 30% lung function.
Hey, what is a Z-Pack exact? Is it something? Is it a pill? Are there pills?
Yeah, it's a combination of 3 pills.
Oh, okay.
It's called Esromycin. It's called Esromycin, and it's but also, I had the pneumonia vaccination. I had to get 3 shots before I left for India.
What 3 shots?
And I'll have to look at my paperwork, but
do you remember what they're
3
for?
Shots before. Yeah, one was for pneumonia, which is one of the things this disease does is it causes double fucking pneumonia in both lungs, and essentially you fucking drowned. And some other stuff. I mean, believe me, I'm not taking any fucking chances anyway. You know me, bro. I'm a Boy Scout. I'm always prepared.
But what are the risks of like if you go overseas, are you more prone to getting pneumonia? I don't understand why they make you do that one.
No, just certain types of diseases are more prevalent over there.
Okay.
Dude, there's a lot of poverty over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah. You know what I mean? And when you live in a country like America where there's not a lot of poverty, it's like, during the fall of the Roman Empire, during the bubonic plague, a lot of the street people, their immune systems were a little bit tougher than the people in the upper echelons of society. And those were the first people that died off during the bubonic plague, where people of the upper echelons of society, because they were so they hadn't built up an immunity to a lot of this stuff. Or street people, get dirt and stuff and grime, and it's like it builds up your immune system.
Yeah.
When we were kids, we used to go swimming in the creek and play in the dirt. And it's essential for a human being to build up their immune system.
Yeah.
If you grew up in a world of wet wipes and antibacterial hand soap and fucking helmets, your immune system gets weak, bro, and you're susceptible.
Yeah.
And you also have a soft head, which is why a lot of those people vote Democrat. Listen, here's the thing.
Don't you? Yeah, and like right now, man, I feel bad for anybody that has a.
Listen, you know me, bro. I'm not really but this just pissed me off so fucking bad today. Here we are in the middle of a crisis, and these fucking people, the Democrats, had a chance to help fucking everyday working Americans by passing a fucking bill. And look, we're in the middle of a health crisis, but we're also in the middle of a financial crisis. It would be like the Spanish flu and fucking intercepts with the fucking Great Depression.
Yeah.
You go recipe, meet disaster.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. And it puts us in a very fucking bad place. And so these people are trying to jam in fucking airline emissions and solar-powered tax credit inside a fucking bill that's supposed to keep our fucking financial institutions running and give a handout to everyday working Americans. And look, it's not a lot of money, but it'll buy you a fucking month. It'll buy you a month, and in that fucking 3 to 4 weeks, maybe the government gets a handle on this thing. Yeah. Maybe it starts to go away. Maybe we can all fucking start to resume our normal lives again. But it's a little money to give you a fucking fighting fucking chance in the middle where everybody's fucking uncertain, everybody's fucking anxious, everybody's on edge, man. Everybody's a little fucking scared, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's like we've never encountered anything in this, but I guess that's part of the deal, living life on the planet. This isn't the first time a virus would have wiped fucking, a species out.
Yep.
I mean, look, the thing people need to come together on is that we're a species, and this is an attack on our species. And I don't give a fuck if you're black, yellow, brown, white, fucking really white. I don't give a fuck what your color is. We're a part of the species. See, that's the problem people don't get. People want to fucking create all this bullshit to divide everybody up. But at the end of the day, bro, we're fighting for the species. And I know I'm taking this to an extreme.
No, you're right.
You have to really smack people. But you have to smack people in the face with reality, because if you don't fucking if you don't understand that, then there's something seriously fucking wrong with you. And for all the virtual signaling all these motherfuckers do out here, all these fucking celebrities, really, bro? Really? You're all going to fucking sing John Lennon songs? Is that what you're going to do? We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, and you rich motherfuckers think we need fucking free karaoke right now? Is that what you think? Is that how you're going to fucking help us the fuck out? Is that how you're going to help us the fuck out? You're all going to sing to us?
That's a pretty funny spin on it.
Try to fucking, try to fight for our last breath. You're going to sing me a karaoke song? I'll take a fucking baseball bat to your fucking head. So what are you? I mean, really, it is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. These fucking morons think they live these sheltered fucking lives. They live in a fucking bubble.
Yeah, they sure do.
Let me tell you something, bro. If this fucking gets crazy and gets out of hand, believe me, bro, you're going to see exactly who people are. If I can.
I've already seen a sample of it. I've already seen a sample of it.
Well, you've already seen a sample of it, but it's like the Joker from the fucking Dark Knight.
Yeah.
People are only as good as society allows them to be. At the first sign of trouble, these people will eat each other. I'm not the crazy one. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Right.
Yeah. People are only good as society allows them to be. Don't get me wrong. In incidences like this, you always see the best of human nature and the worst of human nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what we don't have a food supply shortage. We don't have a toilet paper shortage. What we have is a shortage of people who aren't panicking because they believe in the system. Listen, you've got countries all over the world fighting this fucking virus, trying to figure it the fuck out. Some of the most intelligent minds on the planet are working on this as we speak. And I was watching an interview today with one of these doctors who had done all the fucking testing for the medications for the HIV virus. All these systems are in place for fast testing and fast tracking these pills. And it was all set up during the HIV epidemic. And all they have to do is work on this and come up with solutions and then pump it through all these fucking channels. They've already been established.
Yeah.
You got to have faith in the system. You got to realize the people in charge, like, look, man, look, it's not fucking easy, bro. These people are fucking exhausted. You're in the middle of a fucking crisis. The doctors and nurses, you look at their faces from wearing the protective gear, have bruises and rashes and marks on their faces.
Yeah.
These people are the real fucking heroes, man. It's on the front lines. If you don't think this is a war, you're out of your fucking mind. It's just not a war like you're used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is it's highly contagious. Most people aren't even sick until they're sick and they're spreading fucking germs. And it's like 2 weeks later and then they get sick. It's really like
they don't even know until it's too late.
Until it's too late almost.
And you're just a carrier.
And then next thing you know, you're fighting for your fucking life. And so, hey man, people better wake the fuck up, dude. That's all I got to say. You better wake the fuck up because, and all this fucking bullshit and all this fucking, all this fucking stupidity in the middle of all, we had this coming, bro. I got to be honest. We had this coming. I mean, we needed this actually because it's going to make us fight for our fucking lives.
Yeah.
When you're getting so lazy, you're going down the street on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
Really? You're going to fucking lean your way around the planet?
The electric scooters?
Uh-huh. The picking your knees up was too much for you? The walking left, right, using the muscles in your body, that was too much for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, we need this. We need it as a wake-up call, and hopefully it won't be such a severe wake-up call. But
because of, like you said, people take things for granted. What do you think are like the most things that people take for granted that this is kind of eye-opening that they shouldn't take it for granted anymore?
Well, how about human contact? How about being fucking nicer to people?
Yeah.
How about being nicer to people? How about just fucking realizing that we're all in this together?
Yeah.
Until you fucking realize that you're not. What hurts the guy across the fucking Atlantic Ocean hurts me. What hurts the guy across the Pacific Ocean hurts me. We're all connected in this giant human ecosphere. And if you don't figure it the fuck out that we're all connected, then then I feel sorry for you. We're
I agree
third.
with you.
We're like we just moved up to the third position. We're like not. As far as the spread of the fucking virus,
mm-hmm.
We just moved into third position. USA, USA. We may move to second and then first. USA.
Yeah.
USA. Dude,
we're number one. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, we're number one. Yeah. And then you'll be fucking, and then let me tell you something, bro. And then when they start releasing the prisoners from prison, yeah, that's going to fucking happen. They've already started doing it. Oh, yeah, they got a pandemic. Now you got these fucking criminals on the street. And now there's a fucking dirty nuke bomb goes off and fucking downloads some of the systems. Holy shit.
Dude, crime rate is already up. The crime rate is already up.
Because they're not locking people up. And that's why I'm wearing my fucking shoulder holster right now, bro. I got my gun on right now.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I'm not fucking playing games, bro. Listen, this can go one of two ways. And if they're not locking those criminals up, then they're not going to lock me up for shooting them in the fucking head if he tries to come in my fucking dwelling.
Somebody tries to come into your house, man. I mean, that's it. I mean, I've been thinking a lot about getting a gun. I mean, I'm not going to go start walking around with it in the streets. I'm not, you know what I mean? I've never been.
No, you're not going to walk about, but if you don't have a gun in today's society, you might as well walk around with a T-shirt so it says, "Hey, I don't have a gun. Why don't you break into my house, fucking rape my wife, fucking kill my dog, and fuck me in the ass? Because I don't own a fucking handgun."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What are you going to do?
You need it for...
But you don't have a fucking handgun. Guess who's going to have, when the fucking apocalypse start happening, guess whose house I'm going to go to get my toilet paper? Yours. With my fucking handgun. Will you stand there and protect your fucking toilet paper stash for the stick and see what happens to you?
Man, I told you today that when I went outside that
Sorry, bro. I'm I've had a couple of fucking cups of coffee. I'm a little wound up.
No, that's all right, man.
No, I'm just trying to.
I was telling you when I went outside, I sent you the pictures. I went outside today and my car was just fucking like somebody stole the hood right off my car, stole the grill off my car. You know what I mean? They stole a couple of things off the engine, and that was my morning this morning. And when I called my insurance company, my insurance adjuster told me, you know what? Since this whole COVID-19 pandemic, he goes, I have got nothing but claims about stolen cars or stolen parts off cars. He goes, I've gotten that more than anything because one, people are not really going out and they're not driving, so there's less accidents, okay? But crime rate is up, and he's like, I'm not sure on the correlation of it, but he's like, ever since this coronavirus thing, man, he was like, dude, like like people are stealing shit off people's cars, and it's just a crime rate going up, man. And it's like people are just losing their minds. You know what I mean? It's bringing the crazy out. There's people that are criminals that are also getting nervous and panicked, and they're doing what they do best, which is stealing, and they probably sell the parts, for extra money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what, dude. I mean, I don't know what else to peg it on, but I mean, it's fucked up that happened to me, but I mean, whatever.
Well, dude,
I got insurance.
Let me tell you. Well, they're not. Well, because you're a responsible taxpaying citizen of the United States of America, and you're not a fucking animal, and you're not a criminal, and you were raised right. I mean, come over my fucking block, try to steal some shit off of my fucking block. I walk out and fucking pop one in your fucking head.
Yeah.
What are the cops going to not prosecute? We're going to prosecute you for stealing. Not going to prosecute me for fucking racking one off into your fucking head. Give me some target practice.
You know what's funny? I was talking to my buddy today.
I go to the range all the time anyway, bro. That's like my therapy.
You know what? I do too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do too. I've taken like the courses and stuff. I'm actually a pretty good shot.
I don't want to waste bullets. You know what I mean? There'll be, get a nice couple boxes of ammo over here.
Dude, a good friend of mine, he lives around the corner from us. He's like on the same street as you, but the next block, as a matter of fact. He's a good friend of mine, and he's like my body shop guy also. Like, I hit him up today, and we took it over to the body shop. And I was telling him today, he's got a big pickup truck, like bigger than mine. You know what I mean? Like, and like he's got like way more expensive shit on there. Like, it's lifted. It's got the oversized wheels. You know what I mean? Like, he put a lot of money into this truck. He leaves it on the street all the time. I go, how come nothing like this ever happens to you? People don't steal the parts off of it. And he told me, he goes, dude, one time he woke up at like 3 a.m. and he went out on the balcony. And when he went out on the balcony, he saw a dude underneath his truck, like stealing something underneath, probably the catalytic converter, right?
Right.
And he went and got one of his guns. He's also got like a bunch of fucking guns. He went and got one of his guns that's got the little laser pointer, and he puts the laser pointer on the guy's knee, and he just yells to him and goes like, "Bro, is it worth your fucking kneecap?" And the guy just like took off running. And I was just like, "Fuck, dude." Yeah, that's why you have a fucking gun.
Because look, dude, if we
or a laser pointer.
Well, yeah, or a laser pointer. Either one would work, bro. The laser pointer might work. That may come in handy. You don't need your gun, but look, they may be sold out of guns, but at least you get a laser pointer.
Yeah, get a little laser pointer and put out the guy's kneecap and just be like, "Yo, there's a fucking gun pointed at you right now."
Yeah. Well, dude, we're supposed to live in a civilized society, but that's not really the case now, is it?
Yeah.
And I mean, we've gone kind of from like barbarian society to this decadent society without even touching civilization. And, I was talking to my brother today. He said, a person is smart, but people are stupid. When they get in a group, they get the dumb group mentality. I mean, just imagine having fucking gangs of fucking criminals wandering the street, fucking doing whatever the fuck they wanted because the cops ain't going to fucking prosecute.
That's right. Yeah, and there's not really cops out in the street right now. There's nobody on the streets, dude. It was pouring rain last night, and you know what I mean? Like, you just have like an open window to just go stealing shit off people's cars.
Well, you know what? Yeah, when you sent me that picture today, I was like, wow, that's insane.
But yeah, the body shop guy told me that he's never seen that before. People just taking like your hood off and the grill of your fucking car. I mean, I got a Jeep, dude, which apparently the grills are kind of like expensive.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive in certain parts. Certain cars are expensive, and
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff people go for. Like, certain parts of certain cars you can't get anymore. So,
And I got
so it's like,
I mean, you could still get them. It's just that they're kind of worth money, I guess. I mean, the Jeep grills, but I also have a Honda, and I've been a little bit worried about that because Hondas are like the most stolen car, and I'm always like a little worried about leaving it, outside. And I went out there today, and my car was like my Jeep was parked right in front of my Honda, and like the fucking like brand new 2019 Honda, bro, like fucking not touched. Like no other car on the block was touched. They just went for my Jeep, dude. It was like somebody who.
You know what, bro? You know what? They're working the neighborhoods, so
Yep.
keep an eye out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're working the neighborhood, and it's just you just get that pit bull and unleash that pit bull on them. And be sorry to ever mess with your car, bro.
Yeah, dude. I should just put my dog in the car.
We just live in strange times, All these virtue signaling fucking assholes can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
They're just people turn into fucking animals.
It was like overnight, dude. People became so uncivilized like overnight. And actually, no, it's not that they became civilized. They've always been uncivilized. They were just fake as fuck before, and now we saw their true colors.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Everybody's pretending to be such a great person.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Joker said from Batman, people are only as good as society allows them to be.
And that's 100% true, dude. It's 100% fucking true, bro. It was in the snap of a finger, the slightest sign of panic, and everyone fucking people stabbing each other, shooting each other, and over groceries.
Yeah, dude, it's like the Unabomber. The guy's methods were off, but what he said in his manifesto wasn't far from the truth. I mean, the guy was a very intelligent man, dude. I just watched that on Mindhunter on Netflix with that miniseries where he gets the Unabomber. He was caught by a Philly street cop went to night school and became a behavior analysis guy. He caught him with what they call he actually invented it. It was linguistics forensics. Is that the people would talk the same way? They would repeat the same phrases. That's how he caught the guy.
Yeah.
And they had all these people looking for, and this Philly street cop that became a special FBI special agent for the behavior analysis unit. And it's a true story, based on a true story. Yeah, it's I'm getting really educated here watching all these podcasts. Well, you know what, dude? Let me tell you something, bro. I have 5 books I've been meaning to read. I'm writing through them. I'm watching some documentaries. I'm catching up on all these. This past year, I was voted for the Screen Actors Guild nominating committee, so I got all the screeners. Right. And I'm just kind of going through and catching up on some of those and some other stuff, and just some stuff I watched digital on the road, but I want to check out some of these screeners and some of these.
What else,
times,
dude?
My friend.
You got everything else you need though. You got like groceries and shit.
Yeah, dude. I got my groceries. Look. You can't buy that much food, dude. It'll all go bad.
Yep.
When people are just buying enough for 4 or 5 days, and then use it as an excuse to go out and walk down and get some exercise, and just be calm, man. Listen to some music.
Have you just been walking to the grocery store?
Yeah, man. I walk everywhere now. I walk, dude. Look. I walk, man, I have a car. I got a Beamer, but it's just, it needs some work. And I just kind of and as much as I need to go anywhere, I mean, I travel the country. Either I'm in a rental car or I'm in a Lyft or an Uber, which I'm not taking now.
Right.
But I live in a great neighborhood. There's a mini market over here. There's a major shopping store down here. There's a Whole Foods up there. There's a Trader Joe's over there. I mean, I could walk to these places. And it's certainly a good excuse to get out and get some exercise.
How's your experience been at that Ralph's right by your house?
Great.
Yeah.
It's great. I go there in the morning. I go first thing in the morning. I walk in there with my rubber gloves and my mask and my goggles. And then I, in a hoodie, and I have a shopping list so I can be very efficient and grab what I need to grab, and be in and out as fast as I can. And I walk up the street.
You don't wait in line?
No, well, I do. I had to wait in line the other day.
Yeah.
Everybody standing like 10 feet apart. You know, look. Just be responsible. You know, just be responsible. That's all. People need to just assume. The people need to assume they have the fucking virus and then just self quarantine. At the end of 2 or 3 weeks, and you don't have any symptoms, then you're good to go.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And even
but
then,
they
you
don't
want
want
to
to just stay in for
people,
fucking 2 weeks. Just for 2 weeks, people don't want to stay in. So many people
man,
are not listening
listen,
to it, dude.
Well, but dude, that's on those people because they can't be by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be by themselves. They can't. They need, it would drive most people fucking crazy. But the problem is, just be by yourself. Enjoy your quiet time. Do some critical thinking up top. Use it as an exercise to get in touch with yourself. Work on your hobby. Do some stuff to get through it. Make yourself a better human being.
Yeah.
And if that's make yourself more intelligent, catch up on some reading, catch up on some writing, catch up on some hobbies that you've been neglecting. Use it to clean your house. Use it to do your fucking taxes. Use it to fucking get rid of all the spare junk in your house at the end of the thing because people already need help. People
all that shit that you've been putting off.
Yeah, exactly. Go in your closet. Go get rid of some clothes you haven't worn if you haven't worn in a year, get rid of it. Clean house. I'm telling you, bro, it'll be a good exercise in figuring out if you had 30 days to pack up your life and fucking go, what kind of shit would you take with you? What would you leave? If you had to get like a go bag and go, you have 24 hours to pack a go bag and fucking go, what would you take?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very real scenario. Listen, bro, we've seen this movie before.
Mm-hmm.
They've done how many movies? Outbreak, Pandemic. They've done these movies. You see these movies, you know who lives and dies. So you should all plan accordingly if you want to be in the sequel. You should all plan accordingly if you want to be in the sequel. That's all.
Seriously.
No, dude, it's a joke. But I mean, seriously.
But it's serious.
Seriously.
Yeah. Like, you know which ones die. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, man. You gotta come up with a game plan. You can only jerk off so much. You know what I'm saying, bro?
All these people, all these people that are constantly.
Last time I squirted knee cartilage came out, bro. I go, I
was gonna say, all these people that are constantly posting stuff on social media, like day 8 quarantine, or day 8 fucking staying in my house. We're bored, we ran out of things to do and stuff like that. Well, listen, there's some people that are being creative and they're coming up with creative things to do for the family and stuff, and I like those people. And then there's other people that don't do anything about it. They just complain and they put on Twitter that, I'm so sick of it and stuff like that. But these are the same people.
All you're doing is sitting right now staring at your fucking phone.
But I guarantee you, dude, that these are the same people that when this is all said and done, that list of shit that they've been meaning to do is still going to be there. Like, they cross nothing off the list. Like, you can have like that garage that needs to get cleaned out. I've always meant to write that book. And at the end of all this being over, you're going to feel really ashamed of yourself if you still didn't have the book done. If you still didn't clean out the garage. If you still didn't fucking do all these things that you wanted to do. You're going to feel pretty shitty about yourself when this is all over and be like, I bitched for fucking that for months and I had all this extra time on my hands and I didn't do anything.
Now's the perfect time. Listen, I travel for a living, so this is easy for me. This is fucking easy for me to stay in my house and enjoy my fucking house when I spend 26 to 32 weeks on the year in fucking airplanes and airports and fucking hotel rooms. This is a breeze.
Yeah.
I fucking rearranged my whole fucking joint. I brought some stuff in. I got some stuff. By the time this is all said and done, bro, I'm gonna minimize my life. I'm just gonna have shit in my fucking apartment that is absolutely mandatory and necessary, and shit that I use on a regular basis.
Right.
I will have no junk, no piles of junk, no shit. It's all gonna be gone. So, and in a minute, someone says, "You got 30 days. Take what you need and go." And I'm gonna fucking pack up a moving truck and get the fuck out. I mean, if it comes to that,
yeah.
I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm saying the rosary every night. before I go to bed. I'm praying for the people that are leading charge. I'm praying for the doctors and nurses that are fighting the disease. I'm praying for my family and my friends that they stay unaffected by this disease. I'm praying for the economy of our country to stay the course. I'm rooting for fucking Trump. And if you're not rooting for Trump, and if you're on fucking Facebook, every fucking press conference, you're not fucking helping. You're a useless piece of waste of a fucking sperm count. You're a useless human being. In fact, you should just go chew on a large caliber round and do a small fucking favor, because you're not helping. You're not part of the solution. You're the fucking problem. You know what I mean? People are like, I know a guy who's up there posting every 15 minutes on Facebook. I go, I know this motherfucker. This guy can't find his fucking keys half the time. And all of a sudden, he's an expert on the spread of fucking pandemics. And Karen on Facebook is weighing in on infectious diseases. And you people are fucking retarded. I'm sorry, mentally encumbered. I meant they're mentally encumbered. I didn't mean to retard. I know that's a bad word. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, people are just fucking dumb.
I know what you're saying.
I just fucking dumb.
I mean, you don't want to. Why would you want to root for someone to fail? It means that we all fail. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to root.
We all fail.
Just like you said, dude. If what happens to the guy on the other side of the ocean happens to us, it affects us too.
Well, I say, here's the problem, bro. And I'm going to tell you this. I was in South Korea, like back in the, beginning of March. I was over there working on a film project. Everybody in that country was wearing a fucking mask.
Yeah, I believe it.
They were all wearing masks. You didn't see anybody without a mask on. They all had masks on because it prevents the spread of the disease. And if they have a mask on, they can't spittle out the spittles. And then if you have a mask on, you can't breathe in the little spittles that spread the fucking virus. And I wasn't in the part that had the disease. Don't get me wrong. I was in Seoul, because it's a city of 11 million people, and only 100 cases were reported. But maybe with this, the way this is, but they're going to get a hang of it. I mean, you got these fucking idiots walking around. Yeah, social distancing, social distancing. They're on a fucking beach in Florida, fucking spreading the virus. Look, anybody, what the thing is, man, people sit in front of the TV set all day, and they want the TV set to tell them how to think and feel, and how should I respond, or what should I do? Shut it the fuck off. Why do you think they call it programming? All right, shut it off. Read your news. Do some of your own critical thinking, for the love of God.
Absolutely.
Get outside of yourself. You know what I mean? Think about other people. Think about the elderly who fucking can't get to the goddamn grocery store, and because you took all the fucking eggs and the fucking toilet paper.
It's insane.
It's insane. How about a little consideration for some of the weakest members of society? Mm-hmm. There's a special place in hell for people like that. Believe me.
It's good, and now a lot of places are on top of it. A couple of places I shop at are just doing one per family. You
can only take out, which is what they should have implemented immediately.
Hey, you want to hear something fucked up, dude? You want to hear something fucked up? This weekend I was at Gelson's.
You mean more fucked up than the pandemic? Sure.
No. I mean, it's just a regular fucked up thing. I was at Gelson's this weekend, and I needed a couple things. Like you said, you just get a couple things to last you 4 days, fresh items. And when I go to a store, I always look to see if I can pick up like some eggs, which is hard to find these days, or toilet paper, which is hard to find these days. So I always check to see if they got something. And I'm not hoarding it. I'm fucking going like, I live. My mom and dad live down the street from me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're right there. Like I take some home to them. I share the whole thing with my whole family. Okay. I give some to my sisters. So I just look and see what's going on. And I'm looking for the eggs, and I'm not used to this Gelson's. And I'm like looking around by all the dairy stuff, and I just see empty shelves. And I go, oh, they must be out of eggs. And then I hear some elderly gentleman who's asking an employee. He goes, do you guys have any eggs left? And the employee goes, no, we're all out of them. And then I'm like, oh, I got my answer right there. And then all of a sudden I go down an aisle and I see where they keep the eggs there. And there's a whole wall of them, dude. They're not out of eggs at all. They were fully stocked in hundreds of cartons of eggs. And I'm just sitting there going like, this fucking employee didn't tell the old guy.
Now, did you go find that old guy and give him some eggs?
I went to go look for him, but I didn't find him. He must have left the store or something, because I didn't find him right away either.
I know you're not just saying that. I know you actually looked for him.
No, I did, dude. I did.
No, I know. Well, dude, listen, I got to tell you, bro, this is really seriously. Look, when nobody's been through this before, everybody's uncertain. It's okay not to know how to feel about it. It's okay, but and if you can't find a good person, fucking be one. All right. I mean, just, and in all fairness to the fucking worker, he's probably been working around the clock nonstop for the last fucking 7 days himself. He's probably fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I mean, he probably didn't know. I'm sure he would have, we got an exit right over there.
Right.
If he, but I mean, what are you going to do? I probably didn't mean to do it, but shit, dude, I mean, everybody's like this.
It's probably just like the feeling of like if somebody asks you for something, he's probably been saying all week, like, now we're out of it. Now we're out of it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but dude, it's just like that, bro. Just like that. Rock stars, musicians, singers, fucking athletes don't even fucking matter in this society anymore.
Yeah.
You know who the new rock stars are? The fucking grocery stores, the farmers, the truck drivers, the fucking first responders, the cops, the
yeah.
The
doctors, the
nurses working round the clock, stressed out,
tirelessly.
Fucking marks on their faces from fucking having to wear all that protective gear because they're not fucking used to it and they want to live. And so, yeah, man, shout out to all those people. I say a rosary every night for those people. I'm not kidding you. I think, and that's the thing that pisses me off. You ask these doctors, these nurses, these truck drivers, these farmers to work around the clock and fight this fucking disease, and these fucking lazy, soulless, shiftless, shallow, vacuous fucking cunts of human beings up there in the House of Representatives and the Senate couldn't pass a bill to help the average everyday American. You can go fuck it. Well, there was pork in it. Well, you gotta keep the financial institutions running along with the fucking fighting the pandemic. Because if you fight the pandemic, then the society fails, then we're fucked either way.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking support these fucking things. I don't know that you gotta bail out the fucking cruise industry. No, fuck that. But you do gotta fucking keep the banks running. You gotta keep the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta keep that going. And if you don't get that, you're a moron. And these senators that sold their fucking stocks should all have to fucking resign as well. That's insider trading. They should get prosecuted.
Yep.
They knew this was coming. They sold off their stocks, and they let everybody else take a fucking dive for the short
Unbelievable,
money.
right?
Yeah, scum. These are the kind of soulless fucks you're dealing with. Look, you can't make a good deal with a bad person, bro. Warren Buffett said that. He's right. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. And these people are bad fucking people.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, these fucking You're using this for what? For what are you fucking talking about? Look, I'm not really a Republican either. But boy, they look like the adults in the room at this point.
Yeah.
They really do.
I hear you, man.
And people were rooting for the fucking downfall of this country. Come on, fucking lefties. You've been rooting for the downfall of the country. Well, now you have it. And it's going to be a fucking war zone.
That's what it is.
Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted? Careful what you wish for, man. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, before we go.
No, we're not going anywhere. No. We're going to do a homeschool fucking marathon. The people are in their fucking houses. They need entertainment. And we're going around the clock just like Jerry Lewis. It's a 24-hour podcast coming at you live. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Everybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Call in now. Donate.
Come on, bro. We'll put it behind the paywall. We'll put it behind the Patreon.
Yeah, right.
That way you get a little cash for it. Old fucking golden lip Shuby over here. Fucking, hey, Shuby, why you shift your jaw to
How much coffee did you have?
I had about 3 cups of coffee, man.
Yeah.
I had 2 glasses of wine and 3 cups of coffee.
Well, what I was going to say is, before we go, one thing. I mean, this podcast has always been about, people aspiring for something, trying to grow, whether it's your own business or you're an artist. Really focused on comedians, obviously, and and just being self-taught and growing in something, and that's usually what we talk about. We share stories and stuff about that, and lately, all any podcast has become about is this COVID virus. So I mean, we did obviously cover that a lot today, but before.
Well, here would be. I think I get what you're saying, and if I'm off base, please stop me and steer me in the right direction. Here's what people should do. You should get up early, okay? You should fucking meditate for 20, 30 minutes. You should think about all the things you have in life to be thankful for. You should meditate and do some breathing exercises. You drink 2 big glasses of water. You go order a couple books on tape. You put your iPods in, and then you just walk around the neighborhood and listen to a couple books on tape. You clear your head. You take some deep breaths. You come back. You do some stretching. You maybe do a quick 30-minute workout. Then pick up a book, read a book, maybe watch a documentary. Learn how to cook. Will be a great time to learn how to cook and prepare some of your own food. I'm a great cook. I love this. I love being able to cook my own food, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I've been making myself these great, healthy breakfasts every morning. So I've had some raviolis from that Monte Carlo that I got a while back to in my freezer. These like really good ravioli. I mean, I make a sauce for them. I mean, like from scratch with some chicken in it and some sausage. I made my tacos this morning. I got up and heated a couple potatoes. I scooped out the inside. I put some taco chicken flavored meat with some avocado on it with some sour cream. Instead of a taco, I put it in a potato skin. Yummy, yum, yum. All right. So what I think is, look, man. I think at a time like this, people need to get away from fucking social media.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, check it out for like 20 minutes a day, and then use this time to get in touch with yourself. Use it. Look, being by yourself is not so bad. Think about think about things critically and think about where you want to be in your life. And look, because at the end of this, we may have a golden opportunity that everybody just starts from fucking zero. No debt, no bills, no nothing. Everything's been wiped out. And now you got to hunt and kill your own food. You should be learning how to do all those things. Now all these chicks that went for the guy in the skinny jeans are second guessing that choice. And now they're looking for a guy who can hunt and cook and fish, and a guy who can fucking knock the bottom out of that fucking twat once in a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
no, but you are going in the right direction of what I'm saying is like, instead of constantly on every podcast, that you listen to hearing about the COVID virus, like how can this still be inspirational? That you are in the right direction. That's what you're saying is just to be self-motivational, use the time to get in touch with yourself. If there's something that you wanted to learn how to do, this is the time.
Drink some fucking drink water. Stop drinking fucking soda. Take your vitamins. Do some push-ups. Take a little walk around the block. Listen to some books on tape. Take some notes. Do some writing. Read these books that you want to read. Watch these movies and documentaries that you want to do. Say the rosary. Meditate. Man, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine. Because if all this goes away, you're going to have to do that anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's all we're going to have.
Yeah, exactly right. And some people aren't going to do well.
No, I think that's great advice, dude.
Yeah, you should prepare yourself.
And most importantly, what I'm saying to myself and everybody out there is that eventually this is going to end. There's going to be an end to this, and we're going to be back at work, and we're going to be back doing what we do. And you don't want to be, when you're finally back, that's going to be a great time to be like, I'm back. I can start working again. I start earning again. And
I'm back. What did you do? Well, I wrote fucking 5 chapters of the book. I have another 4 chapters to go.
But what I was going to say is that
I lost 20 pounds. I got in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to cook. I've been eating healthier. I stopped drinking soda. I stopped smoking. I've been exercising every day. Yeah.
But what I'm getting at though is that what's actually going to happen is once people are finally back, they're going to spend several months trying to get ahead for all the time lost, like how down they were. You're going to spend so much time catching up. You're not going to be back. You're just going to be catching up, and it might take years to get back to where you were. So what I'm saying is, like, most important is right now do whatever you can to, as soon as things come back, you're just on the ground running again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So you
get creative with it. Do what you can do.
Dude, I've been working on my magic and posting videos to keep people entertained. I'm trying to do my best.
I think that's great, dude.
You saw my Instagram at Jimmy Shubert, my Twitter.
I saw your Instagram, your Twitter, man. I love that you're putting out more and more stand-up comedy clips during this time. You're putting out more and more, a lot of people that I talk to that know you don't even know that you're a professional magician as well. And, I love the fact that you're putting up close-up magic now. And you're just being like, just welcoming people into that part of you that we don't even know about. And it's entertaining, too.
Yeah, well, just trying to, it took me 20 takes.
Yeah.
But,
I sure as hell don't want to be, it looked good to me. I sure as hell don't want to be rusty as a stand-up comedian when we are finally performing again. So, I'm doing what it takes. I'm going to be writing.
You know what, dude? I'm going to hit the ground running with 30 new minutes.
Yeah.
With 30 new minutes. And people are going to want to laugh again after being holed up. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to come back bigger than fucking ever because people are going to fucking go, man, I need to laugh. I was cooped up. Oh, my God, I'm not taking this for granted anymore. I'm going to be sitting in a room laughing and having a great time or whatever, watching concerts again or getting out and being social again.
I'll go back to my rookie years when I was performing in the mirror if I have to.
Come on, bro.
You need practice, dude. Got to practice in front of somebody.
That's right. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to practice in front of the mirror?
Yeah. But I appreciate you, dude. What
if you're performing in front of the mirror and you start bombing, bro? What's that? What do you do then?
Start bombing? Man,
start bombing.
This usually kills in the bathroom.
Anyway, listen, Augustino, I love you, man. You're a good human being.
You too, man. You too.
Listen, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your family, man, and if you need anything, you know where I'm at, bro. I'm right around the corner.
Same to you, bro. If you need anything, I probably go out to the stores more than you do. So if you're,
do you have a medical mask?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. Well, they should be left, but I'm just saying, I had a couple extra if you need one, but if you got one, good. I'll save them.
Oh, you got to see, bro. I got the medical mask, and on top of that, I got this fucking hard plastic that you use it for like snowboarding. It's like a hard plastic goes over the half of your mouth. It looks like I'm fucking Bane. It's badass looking. I got my fucking gloves. I go to the store. I get shit. So you let me know. Man, I'll probably go out more than you do. So if something on your grocery list you want me to keep an eye out for next time I'm out, let me know.
Yeah, bro. We'll figure it out because I got my goggles, I got my mask, I got my gloves. But pretty soon, we're all going to need helmets. And people keep fighting over the toilet paper.
Yeah, right.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Well, thanks for calling in.
Love you.
Love you too, bro.
No problem,
Later.
Man. Later.
All right, man. Jimmy Shubert's just a fucking great dude, passionate about every single thing he does, whether it be his opinions or his entertainment. He's just certainly passionate about it. I went and shared one of his videos today of close-up magic that he does. I'm always so impressed by his magic. He's one of my favorite people to tour with because not only do you get to do stand-up, and you get to watch him do stand-up. He's such a great comic, but afterwards, I have a lot of fun hanging out because you know how comics will do meet and greets. Schubert's just fun to hang out at the bar because him and I both like to drink a little bit, and we'll meet with people after the shows, and it's fun to meet some of the audience members. And if you hang out long enough, Schubert will start doing like magic tricks, which like you don't even know. Like you just saw the guy, a crusher headlining comedian, like just annihilate the room, and then afterwards you come say hello, and he's like, hey, I'll do a magic. It's like, how many talents you guys got? The guy's a natural born entertainer. So I shared one of his magic clips that he's never done close-up magic on Instagram before. He's just started doing it now during all this downtime, and I shared it today, just like, man, look at this entertainer. You can't stop a true entertainer, and I think it's great that people really need that entertainment, and he's just a solid dude. So happy that I've met him and had the pleasure of working with him. And I'm so happy to have all of you who continue to support this podcast and listen in. And I hope that these episodes are just getting you through it. Listen, guys, it's like you got to address the elephant in the room. I'm sorry that you listen to these podcasts and that's all that we're talking about. I'm sure that it's not just my podcast. I'm sure every podcast you go listen to, they're talking about it. It's like, I'm doing my best to try to also throw in some topics in there of not talking about only that. But I mean, it's like it's one of those things that you got to address it. You got to address the elephant in the room, and it, I'm going to do more episodes where we're not talking about that only. But right now, it's a big thing, and I think it's important to address some of the issues. We're going to get past it, and we're going to talk about other things just for pure entertainment for you guys. But right now, it keeps coming up because it's so like current and it's so like fresh right now and there's so many issues and problems with it that I'm hoping to, help some of you guys through it who might be scared or panicked, and it's normal to feel that stuff, and I just want you guys to know that a lot of us feel that way, so it's normal, and I want you guys to be inspired to what to do with this time and how to handle it, and getting creative to help out your neighbors, even though the best way to help them is not getting in contact with people, but try to get creative and think of another way to help them without actually being in contact with them. Like, how can we all stand together and spread positivity, and cheer and stuff like that? So just get creative. Like I said, when this whole thing is over, you don't want to be spending all your time just playing catch up. You want to hit the ground running. So right now, do all you can. Get creative on how you can make that happen, and I'm doing the same too, and I wish the best for you guys. Hit me up if you guys need to talk. I think Jimmy Shubert brought up a valid point that a lot of people aren't used to being alone, and they just can't handle being alone. I'm one of those dudes that don't really like being alone, but as I got older, I kind of more got really comfortable with myself, and that took time, and I know that it does take time, and some people, they just can't handle being alone for so long. So if you guys need to talk, or you need tips on how to handle being alone and stuff like that, please hit me up. The best way to reach me is go to homeschooledpod.com, click on contact, and you can actually send me a message directly on there. And while you're there, check out tour dates. As soon as I have some, I'll be putting them up there, because right now those ones up there got canceled or postponed rather. But while you're on homeschooledpod.com, you can click on merch and get the Homeschool Podcast t-shirt or hoodie or something. That's the best way to support the Homeschool Podcast, right there. Or you can browse our sponsors. So click on sponsors, and you'll see we have like today's sponsors sponsored this episode, which was Masterclass. Shubert mentioned using the time valuable, learn how to cook or something like that. There are several cooking classes on Masterclass, and as well as other things, writing, acting, photography, poetry, script writing, directing, filmmaking, music, everything. It's on there. You got poker playing, how to be a better entertainer in general. You can find it on Masterclass. Also, this episode was brought to you by Personal Chef to Go, which is individual meals ready to go, saving you those hassles of to the supermarket and maybe not getting everything that you need. Or if you know somebody, maybe they're elderly and they can't really leave the house that often to deal with these supermarkets, and they're not getting the food they need, Personal Chef to Go might be a nice little gesture to send them a box, okay? And there's all kinds of deals, and you can try it for a week, or you can do a month. You can cancel. You can do a couple months, cancel anytime, whatever you want. Personal Chef to Go. The links are in the description, but it's always best to go to homeschooledpod.com, click on sponsors for everything. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for listening today. We're with you, and we're in this together, and I appreciate you tuning into Homeschooled Podcast. I'm Augustino Zoida. I'll see you guys next time.